Welcome everyone to the next video in our panel tear-up series. My name is Sydney. I'm our product marketing manager here at Rally.
And I'm Lauren, and I'm our content marketing manager here at Rally.
And in this video series, we pull up panel landing pages from Rally customers and other research teams and share what's great about them and what we can learn. And so today we are taking a look at IBM's research panel. So let me pull that up. Here's a landing page. I love the big visual as soon as you get to this page.
I always like to see how they describe like that call to action of like shaping our products and services. I think that's always pretty effective.
Yeah, definitely. And IBM, as we know, has a ton of products and services. So yeah, I'm curious to see how they get into the details here.
I like seeing the bar on the left that has the tabs, so you kind of know what this page, like I don't know that I've seen that a ton on these. And though I always love a nice illustrated graphic, I like seeing pictures too of people. And I think that's a nice touch.
I think the tabs on the left make it easy to move through the information as well. You kind of know where you are throughout the page, and if you need to skip ahead, you can. Yeah, I like that they say you get early previews of updates and emerging technologies. I think for the participants who are very product focused, this is sort of like another incentive to be able to see those product or service updates earlier than maybe the rest of the customer base would.
Also in this why participate, I like that they call it like unmet needs. I think that shows like being customer centric and realizing like, hey, we might not be getting it right. So it's not just like affecting designs or getting early like access to products. It's like, no, you're helping us make our product better and not just explore new product offerings.
And then I'm also noticing in the who can participate, they say whether you use an IBM product or not, you can still sign up. They're clearly recruiting for customers and non-customers, which I think is really valuable. How to participate. So they've broken it down into 3 easy steps. And I like that they have the sign up call to action right here as well. All right, here is the start of the sign up form. So I will put in my information. I like that they ask for your LinkedIn link. I know from the researcher perspective, that's really helpful to sort of validate or get an understanding of who you could potentially be talking to. So something that I notice about this job role question is that instead of it being sort of like a free text field, it's a drop down. This really helps with data cleanliness on the other side, because when you have job role as an open field, it can get pretty messy pretty fast because people can just type in whatever they want and there's typos or role titles that maybe are fairly unique.
That's helpful for non-researchers trying to do research and trying to segment and find who to reach out to. So when it's clear, they're not sorting through a bunch of different versions of a job title.
And then I also noticed up here, do you influence purchasing decisions for your department? I think this is a really interesting question because it can be helpful on the recruiting side when you need to target participants who have that purchasing power versus when you need to speak with folks that don't. Perfect. I think that this country question is very helpful. What we've seen Rally customers do is when you select a country and then you go to create a study, you can recruit folks from specific countries and even tailor the study to be in the language of that country. And then I also know that there are some governance rules and restrictions. For example, I know there are some company policies around sending incentives in the US and what is the dollar amount that a participant can receive in incentives for a year. And then in Rally, you can create a governance automation based on that to prevent any participants being added to a study or receiving more than their allotted incentive for the year. Nice. That's it.
I don't know that we've seen a lot of just like single page forms like that.
You're right. I don't think we have. IBM has done a really great job of scaling it down to what are the absolutely must know questions.
I totally agree. And I think that clean experience starts at their landing page and goes all the way to the end.
So Lauren, what do you think is your number one takeaway for IBM's panel?
I think my number one takeaway is try to make the process as frictionless as possible. Try to really hone in on what's the essential information people need to know, like on the landing page. And then in the survey itself, only asking the questions for data and information that you think will be the most valuable at this point in time, knowing that once you have that information, you can then ask more, you can send more screeners.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and be sure to follow us on LinkedIn for more videos like this.